So when I say each facet of your business, I call it the pillars of the business, right? You have your product or service area that you thoroughly have to think through. The marketing, what are the channels of marketing? What are the marketing communications pieces? Have you done any research? What's the demographics of your target market? Have you set up a sales pipeline? And then there's the actual sales. And what I will say is I see this so many times in small businesses. Business owners will put marketing and sales under the same person. Marketing and sales are two completely different disciplines, two completely different schools of thought. Now, I understand from a budget standpoint, sometimes they mix those two under one person, but marketing really is all that activity to drive the sale, to drive a prospect to you as a potential client. And then the sales process starts, right? We start moving them through the sales pipeline. So they're really two different camps there. Then we have the whole operations piece. What is that going to look like? Who's going to be doing what? What are the key roles and responsibilities? The management and the organization, that's sort of our human resources, our human capital. How many are we starting with? What do we want to grow to? What do we need to make in order to afford those folks? And then we've got the financial piece, right? So, while we are keeping sort of that pulse on the financial flow, I always say cash is king, right? Cash flow is critical. Cash flow is the one thing that will put your business out of business overnight. And that is the one thing that most business owners struggle with is cash flow management. So really having a 13-week cash flow projection is so important. And you know what? Right now during COVID, that couldn't drive that point home anymore. There's a lot of businesses that are struggling. And remember when grandma used to say, save for a rainy day? That is so true with business. And so I'm working with business owners that didn't save for a rainy day. And they didn't have 13 weeks or more of a cash flow cushion. And as we're seeing now, this is still ongoing. So it would have taken more than 13 weeks. So there's one thing that you need to be including in your plan, especially now with COVID, is what does that contingency look like, both on a financial side and the operations side to drive those sales, okay?